Just a quick video to show you the TEMACOAT system, and there's the hardener as well. Okay, you can see there's the hardener. There's a specific hardener for each product, and that's the kind of primer slash undercoat, and here's the top coat here, 7590, and there's the hardener, larger size 10. It's a different product, can't be mixed, you can't put one into the other. And then here's the hardener here. So we're just doing this down in Sandy Cove, right at the seafront in Dunleary, and you can see what this has had is the undercoat and one top coat. So we're just going to put the second coat on, need to leave it for about 2 or 3 hours between coats, and usually you can get 2 coats in a day and come back and do the following coat, which you can kind of see there. Been pretty good. And here's the next door neighbors, and we're going to do these as well, so you can see where we come in terms of rot and in terms of erosion. Need to sand some of that back. So I used to use a commercial, well, a kind of a residential product, but we now have gone on to the TEMACOAT system because we just found we were only getting about 2 years with the commercially available kind of DIY products that are well marketed in comparison to this, which should be looking at about 5 to 7 years. So you can kind of see where we are in comparison to here, and there's still one more top coat due to come, and I make the second coat kind of a little bit, I put a little bit of thinners into it just so it can run into all the cracks and all the voids, and then I go with no thinners on the top coat. So just to kind of give you an idea, and there's the top coat itself, or the thinners I should say. So in comparison, and in this situation we're actually going to be doing the neighbors and the next door neighbors down here in Sandy Cove. Thanks. You can also see the gates as well. Done it in the gates. So look, it was just one of those situations where I'm actually using the product and I might as well send this. Okay, thanks. So we can see here the water tightness of the railings. It's had three and a bit coats on it, one primer, 2 undercoats, and you can see now the water's pooling, which is kind of great because you can see that it's not penetrating through. It's not, and it's kind of been smoothed out because I put it on so heavy. You can see it down here, but you can also see on the railings very, very light, and it runs down. That's not going to corrode very much. Where the corrosion happens is at the end and on the flat sections where it rests. So that's kind of where you need to come back. Even when you get a couple of coats on it, you kind of need to come back and just add another couple of coats on top and just let it totally sit there, because that's what's going to happen. It's going to corrode. So even when you give 2-3 coats, you need to come back and just add an extra coat or two, and it doesn't take long just to dab a bit onto the most vulnerable bits. There's no point of being uniformed in your approach because the erosion isn't uniform. You look at this and you see little bits stripping off, and then you look at the main piece and you see it just sitting there. So, and as we can see with these, sorry for speeding up, but this is the neighbor's one, and you can see larger ones there. So sections like that will even be more vulnerable. So it's pretty good to see this, and you know where you need to come back and how you need to solve this. Okay, and you need to make sure that whatever about the upright areas and the areas where gravity is going to work. It's the other areas that are more vulnerable that you gotta need to come back and to take care. And look, it's so hard. Even there, you can see I missed a bit there, and that's after with 2 or 3 coats. So you need to keep coming back and keep spotting those bits that you miss. So you're constantly coming back 3, 4, 5 times, and you take away the urgency by doing that. Just keep coming, keep looking until you get it right, and then get the homeowner out and get them to use their eyes as well, so you critically analyze it collectively, and then you can move on knowing that you got as much as you can.